Ever pondered the privacy implications of using a SIM card? You might not give it a second thought, but these tiny chips are the heart of our mobile connectivity. They're the invisible thread, linking us to the vast web of cellular networks that span the globe. They make it possible for us to call, text, and surf the web from almost anywhere. But is it all just convenience and connectivity? Let's take a closer look. SIM cards, or subscriber identity modules, are essentially your mobile identity. They authenticate your device on the network, allowing it to communicate, transfer data, and access the internet. Without a SIM card, your smartphone is just a glorified pocket calculator. But here's the catch. That same connectivity comes with a hefty price tag: your privacy. Every time your phone connects to a cell tower, it leaves digital footprints that can be tracked. This is due to a process known as cell tower triangulation. Your phone constantly communicates with nearby cell towers, and by comparing the signal strength from different towers, your approximate location can be determined. Now picture this. Every call you make, every text you send, every website you browse, all these activities can potentially be tracked and analyzed. The more you use your phone, the more data you generate, and the clearer your digital portrait becomes. It's a goldmine of information ripe for the picking. And it's not just about location tracking. Your SIM card contains sensitive information like your personal identity, contacts, and even your text messages. In the wrong hands, this information can be exploited, leaving you vulnerable to identity theft and other security risks. Now you might be thinking, well, I've got nothing to hide. But privacy isn't about hiding. It's about having control over your own information. It's about deciding who gets to see what, when, and why. Thus, the conundrum: balancing connectivity needs with privacy desires. It's a multifaceted issue, one that requires us to think critically about the technologies we use and the trade-offs we're willing to make. So the next time you insert a SIM card into your phone, remember, it's more than just a ticket to the digital world. It's a key that can unlock your privacy. Can we enjoy mobile connectivity without a SIM card? Absolutely. Let's delve into the realm of SIM-less alternatives. Picture this: an internet-only phone. It's a device that operates solely on Wi-Fi, a beacon of connectivity that doesn't rely on cellular networks, notorious for tracking our every move. This approach leverages the omnipresence of Wi-Fi infrastructure, enabling us to stay connected while minimizing the pathways through which our personal information and location data can be seized and scrutinized. But what if Wi-Fi isn't readily available? Enter mobile hotspots, the unsung heroes of connectivity. These dedicated devices provide a conduit to the internet, creating a protective buffer between a user's device and direct internet access points. Think of them as a digital invisibility cloak, offering a layer of separation that shields against direct tracking and data collection. It's like having a personal bouncer for your data, keeping prying eyes at bay while you surf the web in peace. Now let's take a moment to appreciate the work of the Calyx Institute. This not-for-profit organization is leading the charge towards a future where privacy is not a luxury, but a fundamental right. Through their initiative, they've rolled out mobile hotspots designed with one critical mission in mind: to enhance security and anonymity. It's like having a personal bodyguard for your digital identity, a tangible option for those of us who wish to navigate the digital landscape without constantly looking over our shoulders. We're living in an era where every click, every search, and every download leaves a digital footprint. These SIM-less alternatives help blur those footprints, making it harder for our activities to be tracked and analyzed. They offer a strategic choice for the privacy-conscious among us, those who seek to strike a balance between staying connected and maintaining our privacy. But it's not just about staying under the radar. It's about asserting control over our digital lives. It's about making a conscious decision to protect our privacy in a world where surveillance has become the norm. These alternatives aren't just technical solutions. They're a statement, a declaration that our personal information is not up for grabs. The road to privacy is not without its bumps and detours. There are trade-offs to consider, challenges to overcome. But with each step we take, with every SIM-less device we use, we're sending a message that says, yes, I value connectivity, but not at the cost of my privacy. We're not just spectators in this digital era. We're active participants, shaping the future of connectivity with our decisions. And by choosing SIM-less alternatives, we're taking a stand for privacy, for control, for freedom. These alternatives provide a shield against direct tracking and data collection, offering a strategic choice for privacy-conscious individuals. However, a SIM-less approach isn't a bed of roses. Like any other choice we make, it comes with its own set of challenges. While the idea of evading the prying eyes of surveillance and safeguarding our digital footprint is appealing, it's important to acknowledge the potential downsides. First, let's look at connectivity limitations. Relying solely on Wi-Fi or external hotspots can be quite limiting. Not all areas have robust Wi-Fi coverage. There are still many parts of the world, and indeed many parts of developed countries, where Wi-Fi is spotty at best. This means that in these areas, a SIM-less device might struggle to maintain consistent connectivity. This could affect access to important online services, and even simple tasks like browsing the internet or checking emails can become a challenge. Also, there's the issue of real-time connectivity. Many online services, from banking to ride-sharing, require reliable, real-time internet access. In areas with poor Wi-Fi coverage, this can pose a significant problem. With a SIM-less device, you might find yourself unable to hail a ride when you need it, or unable to transfer funds in a pinch. The second downside pertains to emergency services. We often take for granted the ability to dial emergency numbers from our phones, but without a SIM card, reaching these life-saving services might not be straightforward. In many regions, emergency calls are routed through the cellular network, meaning a SIM-less phone might face obstacles in accessing these services. In a critical situation, this could pose significant risks. Lastly, let's talk about functionality restrictions. Many modern applications and online services require mobile number verification. From social media platforms to e-commerce sites, a mobile number has become a key identifier. Without a SIM card, accessing these services can be challenging. Even if alternative verification methods are available, they may not be as convenient or straightforward. This could potentially limit the range of services available to you and make certain tasks more tedious. Therefore, choosing a SIM-less approach necessitates a careful consideration of these trade-offs. It's not merely about embracing the privacy benefits, but also understanding the potential limitations and inconveniences. It's about finding a balance that works for you, given your specific circumstances and needs. It's about deciding whether the promise of enhanced privacy outweighs the potential hurdles in connectivity and functionality. In the end, the choice to go SIM-less is a personal one, reflecting individual values and priorities. It's a decision that embodies a growing awareness and concern over digital privacy, a testament to the changing landscape of technology and personal freedom. But like any decision, it's not without its challenges and considerations, and that's something worth keeping in mind as we navigate this complex digital world. The decision to forego a SIM card is indeed nuanced. It's a decision that sits at the intersection of privacy concerns and lifestyle, a delicate balancing act that demands careful consideration. When we talk about privacy in the digital age, we're talking about the right to determine what personal information is collected, how it's used, and who has access to it. In the context of mobile connectivity, choosing to use a phone without a SIM card is a bold assertion of that right. It's a way of saying, I value my privacy, I don't want my location tracked, my calls logged, or my data harvested. But privacy, as important as it is, isn't the only consideration. Our lives are increasingly interconnected and digitized. We rely on our mobile devices for everything from booking a ride to ordering dinner, from keeping in touch with loved ones to conducting business. For many of us, a phone without a SIM card isn't just a statement about privacy, it's a practical matter of how we live our lives. So the decision to forego a SIM card is a balancing act, a weighing of pros and cons. On one side of the scale, there's the benefit of enhanced privacy, the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're taking steps to minimize your digital footprint. On the other side of the scale, there are the practical implications on connectivity and functionality. Without a SIM card, you might face limitations on where and when you can access the internet. You might have trouble reaching emergency services when you need them most. And you might find that some of the services and applications you rely on no longer work as they should. In the end, the choice to go SIM-less is deeply personal, and it's not a decision to be made lightly. It's about more than just technology. It's about values, about how we choose to live in an increasingly digital world. The choice is a significant privacy statement reflecting a conscientious decision in an era of pervasive digital surveillance. How can we support the fight for digital privacy? It's a question that we must all ask ourselves as we navigate an increasingly interconnected world where our personal information is often up for grabs. One way is through our support of organizations like the Calyx Institute, which are at the forefront of the battle to protect digital privacy. The Calyx Institute, for example, is a non-profit whose mission is to educate the public about privacy in digital communication and to develop tools that anyone can use to protect their personal and private data. Their work is vital in a world where our personal information is constantly being tracked, stored, and analyzed. But what does supporting these organizations look like? It can take many forms. It might mean donating money to fund their research and development efforts. It could involve volunteering your time or skills to help their cause. It might even mean using and promoting their products, like the secure mobile hotspots that Calyx provides. The benefits of these initiatives are manifold. For individual users, they offer a way to access the internet while minimizing the risk of surveillance and data collection. They provide tools and resources to help us protect our digital footprints. And by using their services, we can take a stand for privacy and demonstrate that it is a value worth fighting for. But the effects of supporting these organizations go beyond just the individual level. They contribute to a larger movement that advocates for digital rights and the development of technologies that prioritize user anonymity. They challenge the status quo and push for change in how our personal data is handled. And they remind us that in the digital age, privacy is not a luxury, but a right. So as we grapple with the challenges of digital privacy, let's remember the importance of supporting those who are fighting on the front lines. Let's recognize the value in their work and contribute in whatever ways we can. Because supporting these initiatives not only benefits us as individuals, but also contributes to a larger movement advocating for digital rights and user anonymity. In conclusion, the path to mobile privacy isn't straightforward. It's a journey that winds through the complex intersection of technology, personal freedom, and surveillance concerns. It's a route that demands a nuanced understanding of the role of SIM cards and their implications on our privacy. SIM cards, while fundamental to cellular connectivity, are double-edged swords. On one side, they facilitate communication, data transfer, and access to the mobile network. On the other, they open the gates to potential surveillance and location tracking through cell tower triangulation. This duality is the heart of a critical dilemma: how to strike a balance between the necessity for connectivity and the desire for privacy. But this journey doesn't end at acknowledging the privacy cost of SIM cards. It extends to exploring alternatives that offer connectivity without compromising privacy. Internet-only phones and mobile hotspots, for instance, offer a means to stay connected while minimizing reliance on cellular networks. They provide a privacy-conscious solution that reduces the possibility of personal information and location data being whisked away into the digital ether. A shining beacon on this path is the Calyx Institute. Their initiative to prioritize user privacy and connectivity solutions has set a precedent. Their mobile hotspots, designed to enhance security and anonymity, present a tangible option for those who wish to dodge surveillance risks without completely disconnecting from the digital world. Yet, this path is not without its challenges. The downsides of a SIM-less approach are significant. Connectivity limitations, potential difficulties in reaching emergency services, and functionality restrictions on various modern services and applications are hurdles that need to be overcome. They serve as reminders that the decision to forego a SIM card is a nuanced one, heavily influenced by individual privacy concerns and lifestyle. This journey also leads us to the realization that supporting privacy-focused initiatives is not just a personal benefit, it's a contribution to a larger movement. A movement advocating for digital rights and the development of technologies that prioritize user anonymity. It's about championing organizations like the Calyx Institute, which are instrumental in the broader effort to safeguard digital privacy. So, as we take a step back and gaze upon the landscape of mobile privacy, it's clear that this journey is more than just about making a technical workaround. It's about making a deliberate choice. A choice to value privacy in an era where our digital footprints are meticulously tracked and utilized. It's a decision that carries weight, a decision that echoes a growing awareness and concern over our digital identity. Ultimately, the decision to use a phone without a SIM card is more than a technical workaround. It's a deliberate stance on privacy in our increasingly digital world. It's a choice that reflects our commitment to protecting our digital selves, a testament to our evolving relationship with technology. It's a decision that, while complex, is an essential part of the conversation about privacy, technology, and the world we want to build for future generations.